All right, great Wednesday morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery and our 15 minutes of mastery we do each and every day to get you some information, inspiration, motivation, so that you can go out and attack the day. Welcome to episode number 549. Yes, I had a typo yesterday. It was not 546. It should have been 548 because today is 549. That's 549 days of information that we bring in. Multiply that by 15 minutes. A lot of these things go 20, 30 minutes. Man, we've got so much. Even if you just went to our YouTube page and went to the 15 Minutes of Mastery playlist, there's so much there over the last couple of years for you to be able to take control of your career and get to a whole new level, even without having that at your location. So listen, I want to talk to you about something that we went through yesterday here. I'm coming to you live from just north of Dallas, out in Oak Point, Texas, at Estancia Toro Perezoso. That's a great name for a community. We were here working with this group and be working with the rest of their team as we go on over the next couple of weeks. But listen, we want to talk about, for those of you in the community space, I hear it all the time. How do we overcome the site rent? How do we overcome the lease land objection? They're always asking us about the site rent. And it's like I tell everybody, you just have to make it make sense, right? So we're going to talk about that today. Brian Tracy has a quote, says, treat objections as further requests for information. So first of all, look, it's very important that you understand objections aren't no's. The majority of the time, they are not no's. And yes, look, I don't like using the whole cliche. It just means they need to know more information. No, I just want you to understand one thing. When you're talking about objections, you have to go back before the objection. Okay, what do I mean by that? It all starts with what's going on in here. In our mind, how bought in are we? How much do we believe? How convinced are we that what we have to offer is the right thing for potential buyers, right? So when you understand that, now I'm going to explain this to you. Check this out, okay? Stick with me. Stick with me. The only reason that that individual or that couple or that family, whomever it may be, the only reason that they are standing in front of you, the only reason that they are on the phone with you, the only reason that they reached out to you, whether it was on Facebook or Instagram or however, the only reason, you ready for this? The only reason that they're doing that they are there in front of you, that they've contacted you, they called you, or whatever it is because they want a house. Plain and simple. You see, and when I understand that, when I believe that, when I start there, right? When I start with that in mind, now I understand that any objection that I receive, as long as that buyer fits into my buyer profile as far as budget is concerned. If you, okay, that's watching out there, hey Duncan, I appreciate you being on, brother. Like, I'm going to use Duncan as an example. Okay, if Duncan reached out to me on one of my ads, he's interested in buying a house. It's the only reason that they do it. There's some sort of interest in buying a house. Now I engage with Duncan. I get Duncan's phone number. I talk to Duncan. The only reason Duncan takes my call is because he's interested in buying a house. He wants to buy a house. Now I talk to Duncan and we speak and we set an appointment. The only reason Duncan set an appointment is because now he's beyond interested in the house. He's beyond wanting the house. Duncan needs a house. Excuse me. There it went. So check it out. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, The only reason that he spoke to me is because he needs a house. Okay. The only reason Duncan showed up at my office or my community or wherever it is that you're at, the only reason Duncan shows up is because he wants a house. Now, I meet with Duncan. I find out that Duncan actually could qualify for as far as income's concerned. He budgets for X amount of home based on his debts, based on his income. So that means I'm taking my time up front. That means he and I are building rapport. He and his family and I are really engaged, and I'm finding out so much about Duncan through the sales process and the interviews. You know, the discovery, whatever it is that you want to call it. We make a connection, and now I understand Duncan's budget. So if Duncan budgets for something that I have available for he and his family, and I walk him through it, and that house meets his needs and it has some of his wants, it's really it's a home that's going to work for them. So because we established rapport, because we built the trust, because I took my time up front and handled him as a professional, he and his family, made him understand that I'm truly a consultant. I answered all his questions. I gave him more information that he even asked me for because I know those things are in the back of his head anyway. And so we go through this and we're in the home, and then Duncan gives me an objection. All that means to me is Duncan's nervous. You see, Duncan would not have reached out to me, spoken to me, come into the office if he didn't want a house. And the only reason I'm showing him certain homes is because I know that they fit what he needs and what he wants, and it's in his budget. I'm only showing those anyway, so I'm not even worried about that part of it. So when Duncan has an objection, it's simply because of the fact that Duncan is nervous about something. Duncan is unsure about something. But I will tell you this, the one thing that Duncan is not unsure about, and that goes for any one of your customers, the one thing they are not unsure about is that they want a home. Because if they were unsure, they would not be there. They may be scared. They may be letting that fear take them over and paralyze them in making the decision, but they want the home. Okay? So that's why I tell you, it starts up here. What is my perspective on it? Right? And that's why I tell all the teams that I talk with, train with, that we work with. If somebody's in front of you, you have to understand they want a home. You cannot buy into any other thoughts. You have to have more belief. You have to have belief for yourself, and you have to have enough belief for them. I need to believe enough for Duncan. I need to believe enough for Duncan to make up for his lack of belief, his insecurities, his concerns, his fears. Okay? You see, and when I have that, now I'm able, and understanding Duncan's situation, now I'm able to overcome these objections in a manner that is going to make sense to Duncan. And that's how over the years I've been able to help so many families and my teams, and we've been able to help so many other clients. But look, all of that to tell you, today's 15 Minutes of Mastery is about you in the community space and how you can overcome the site rent situation, right? Because I know there's so many of you out there, and even you retailers, you folks in the retail space, when they don't have land, you're trying to put them into a community. Well, I don't want to pay for the lot. Okay, so we're going to address that today. You have to make it make sense, and well, that's the only thing you can budget for is not making it make sense. You see, their concern, just like with anyone, is simply it's not what traditional real estate is. Man, I'm buying the house, but I'm only leasing the land. And that's the main concern, right? Or they don't understand the concept because this is their first dive into manufactured housing, and they're coming to a community, and well, now you're telling me I've got to lease the land. Okay, how does that work, right? Well, I'm not comfortable with that. When they tell you, I don't like it, it's that they're not comfortable with it. Now, what is it that is of benefit to the buyer when that's the situation? Okay. When they are going into a community, how does it benefit them? Well, first and foremost, financially speaking, the benefit is huge. The benefit is huge. Okay. I love where your head's at, Joe. Hey man, I appreciate you coming in here. Looks like he's some Permian, somewhere maybe out in West Texas. I'm not sure, brother, but hey, appreciate that. The benefits the land, the neighborhood. Yes, right. They've got the like here at this place. There's so many. This is a luxury resort community. Okay, so there's so many amenities, but beyond that, look, financially speaking, now your buyer only has to qualify for a smaller mortgage. Your buyer only has to qualify for the mortgage on the home, which depending on the home that they are purchasing, if it's a single section, a single wide, and maybe the home starts at 60,000, 70,000, or here the home started at $90,000, right? They only have to qualify for a $90,000 loan. Yes, they have to qualify for the payment. I'm not, but what I'm saying is the financial responsibility of a mortgage for $90,000. Think about it. Okay. So let's say your buyer, okay, your buyer is looking at doing a $90,000 house. Now they only have, and they get approved at 5% down. Now they only have to come out of pocket $4,500, as opposed to if you're trying to put them in the land home package, okay, or they were out trying to buy a site built home right here across the highway where they start at $600,000, and now they've got to come up with the down payment for that and closing costs. Your initial investment of $4,500 is a lot easier than, let's say you're out there doing a land home package, and land home package is $300,000, and now you've got to do, and okay, well, hey, but $300,000, well, we're going to do a land home package, we're going to go FHA. Okay, so let's say they do qualify FHA and it's a $300,000 package. You're still at 3.5%, right? Times 3.5%. That's $10,500. Oh, plus now you got to add 6% in closing costs on top of that. Yes, I know it's going to get rolled into the loan, but the payment just got that much bigger. So what is easier to get into? $4,500, $11,000. Okay. So the initial investment is less. So the other thing that you have to help people understand is this: most buyers now, think about it. Most buyers today are only living in homes. Check this out, Joe. I appreciate everywhere you're going with this, man. Joe's got a lot of points here, man. All the utilities are there. The improvements are there. It's so much less cost, right, that you have to go through. But check this out. The other thing is this: most buyers are only living in homes 5, 6 years, and then they're moving on to the next house. Very rarely are people staying in these homes in their homes 10, 15, 30 years, especially. So you have to help them understand that, hey, Joe, I appreciate the fact that you're a little concerned about this, but take this into consideration. Right now, this allows you to have minimal investment upfront because you only have to qualify for a mortgage on the house. So your investment is less. Plus, think about this, okay? You're paying a mortgage and site rent here, which, let's say it's $100,000 house, you're going to be at about $1,000 a month, $1,100 with taxes and insurance. Your site rent, even if they're in a luxury community, say like your thousand, let's just call it $1,000 a month. You're $2,100 to $2,500, depending on the home they choose, right? Let's just say that. But if they go buy a $500,000 home right now, folks, that mortgage is upwards of $4,500 with escrows, with private mortgage insurance, and everything that you've got, taxes, the whole works. So, Mr. Christopher, most families, Joe, most families are only living in their homes 5, 6 years, and then they're moving on to the next phase of their life. They're moving into, whether they're moving areas for work, or maybe their family downsize, or maybe their family increased and they need a different home. So they wind up moving to something else. Joe, doesn't it just make sense that for these next 5 years, you only have a $21 to $2,500 mortgage as opposed to a $4,500 mortgage. Now, over these next 5 years, you're saving yourself upwards of $2,000 a month, Joe. Over 60 months, you do the math, Joe, right? $24,000 a year. That's going to give you $120,000 plus that you are going to have saved because you decided to start this way before you move into that next chapter. It allows you to grow financially. It allows you to maybe your job changes and you've got more income coming in, and now you can take on that. You see, but we've got to make it make sense. When you're in a luxury community like this, now you're paying less than you would somewhere else for a stick-built home, site-built home, whatever you're going to refer to it as. You don't have all the amenities that you have here, from a resort pool to the basketball courts, pickleball courts, the built-in fitness center, 24/7 access to a fitness center, this great community center. I keep calling it a community center. Oh my gosh. But anyway, with the best, everything that's involved, plus all of the things that are in the area that you are now conveniently located to, and you're paying half of what other people are paying for luxury living with all the amenities. And when it's time to make that move to that next home, that next phase of your life, you've got another $120,000 in your bank account. It just makes sense. You just have to make it make sense for folks. Whether you're in community or in the retail space, help your buyers understand the benefit to them. For those of you in the community space, that's the benefit. The benefit is a low barrier of entry. It's easy access to the home in the sense of financing. It's easy access to selling it off. Imagine I bought a $100,000 house. I live in it for 5 years. Now in 5 years, folks, it's easier for somebody else to take on a $100,000, $120,000 mortgage instead of having to pawn off a $500,000 house that I bought right now that I got to go move into something else. And now that loan is probably upwards of $600,000 that this person has to qualify to buy my house. See what I'm saying? The convenience, the ease, making it make sense. So I tell everyone on this right now who is watching, whether you're in community or retail space, what you need to do is this. You need to go back through your list of your most common objections that you have. All right. You have to go back through what are the most common things I run into. And you see, what most of you do is this. You run up against these objections, you're trying to handle it the same way all the time, which is not really a truly structured way of doing it. You're simply, well, what do I have to do? What do I have to do to earn your business? Or, hey, here's my card. Let me know. I got to talk to my spouse. That makes sense. So let me know when you guys talk. When can I follow up with you? No, man. No. Remember, they're there because they want to buy a house. So you have to prepare yourself. You know what? I keep running into this objection. Those of you in the community space, site rent, right? Here it is for you. But everyone else, whatever objections you're running into, prepare something for that. Study it, train on it, perfect it. Be a professional housing consultant. You know, here at Manufactured Home Sales Master, we've designed a deck of cards which helps you with that. I'm trying to see if I can find mine right here. But we've got what we call our full house training cards that you can go on our website, go to manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com, and you can get you can see them there. 50 of the most common objections. But look, beyond that, what I'm telling you is, I love this, man. I love this. Be active so you don't have to be reactive. Be on the offense. When you're on the offense, when you're getting better, when you continue to improve, when you're mastering your craft, folks, makes all the difference in the world. So go out and do just that. And as a matter of fact, man, we've got the perfect solution for you. Okay. And it's something that we partnered with MHI, the National Association for manufactured homes, manufactured home sales mastery, MHEI, their educational division. We created a program that is just for you that will help you refine your skills. It's a baseline foundational program. And I got it right here. Check this out. Quick little 1-minute video for you.
For far too long, the manufactured home industry has been underestimated, and that changes now. MHEI and Manufactured Home Sales Mastery are proud to come together and bring you the MHEI Academy. It's the professional housing consultant certification program that is unlike anything you've ever seen before. When I first launched Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, our mission was to revolutionize the sales force within the industry, and this is just another step in that direction. For the last 2 years, we've worked with over 400 sales consultants and community managers all across the country to help them level up in their effectiveness, efficiency, and professionalism. And now we're bringing you a foundational training course that is going to help take your sales teams to a whole new level. That is the MHEI Academy. This is the moment that the industry levels up. We're not training salespeople, we're building professionals. We've helped hundreds sharpen their skills, and now it's your turn. We've proven the results that can happen when you work with purpose. You've got 2 choices of what you can do: evolve or get left behind. This is the foundation, the launch pad, the starting point. So go get signed up right now and take advantage of the MHEI Academy's Professional Housing Consultants Certification Program. It's the starting line that's going to help take your teams to a whole new level.
Stop waiting on anybody else to do it for you. Go right now, go to the website there below, training.manufacturedhousing.org/special. Get signed up right now. Get your spot reserved for this program. It's an online course, video course, man, 3 to 5 minute videos that you're going to be able to go through that we designed specifically. And you get certified as an actual professional housing consultant. You will have that certification. And this, we cover everything from why manufactured home sales is the best career to objections to every part of the sales process. It's there for you. And if you choose to work with us beyond that, perfect. And you get to save money right now. It's a small investment of only $299. That gets you that course. You have it for yourself. You get access to the portal. It is yours. Go take a look. Just go to the website, get the information, and take control of your career. Don't wait on anybody else to do it for you. Don't wait on anybody else to come and feed you. You got to take control of your career, take control of your life, take control of your business. And this is an easy way to do it. So everyone on here that's watching this, man, I encourage you, go take a look. I know it's for you. I don't care if you've been in the business 30 years or 30 days. This is for you. Look, make it make sense. And I'm making it make sense with regards to this program, but you need to make it make sense with regards to the objections that you're running into. Prepare, overcome, and help these people, no matter what part of the country you're in, because they all need your help. It's time to level up. It's time to rise above, and it's time to take the industry to a whole new level. Break away from the status quo, do it differently, be different, and see the difference in your life. You guys have a great Wednesday, man. I got to get on the road because we got more people to help. You guys have a fantastic Wednesday. We're back in here tomorrow with another 15 minutes to mastery. And as always, my friends, until then, I can't wait to meet you.